more nonsense from your boss? You really should be paid more for all you do for that company.
Now's really not the time.
Right. Well, I was just heading out to run those errands. I'll be back around 6, and I was thinking maybe we could go out for a drive after, grab some takeout for dinner. We haven't gone anywhere since too long. We live in the same apartment, and somehow I miss you.
Marlo, I'm sorry. I just can't. Maybe next week?
Actual next week or 6 months from now?
This is Lynn Tenorio, Associate at Dickens Enterprise. If this is urgent, leave a message with your name and number, and I'll get back to you.
Lynn, love, this is the sixth time in a row you've sent me straight to voicemail. And don't think that I don't know that you're seeing my calls and choosing not to answer. Would it really hurt you to call me back sometime?
Look, I know you said I shouldn't do this, but I saw you were online. Charlotte and I are going to do a movie night on Saturday. Want to join? There. Lynn can't possibly take offense. It's just a simple offer. Yet another offer that will be ignored.
Tenorio, you'll have those reports filed and organized by Friday?
Yes, of course. No problem at all.
Good, then you won't mind also updating the Niagara office spreadsheets tomorrow afternoon.
Mm-hmm. I thought I might find you here, sleepyhead. You didn't come to bed last night. I figured you passed out in your office. Want me to bring you a coffee?
I have to get back to work.
This might just be the 600 message and still no call.
Look, if you never respond, we're going to stop inviting you to things.
I worry about you, Lynn.
Charlotte thinks you're purposefully ignoring us. You know that, right?
For goodness sake, I might as well be trying to call your father in his grave.
Please talk to me.
Marlo called me crying. She's scared you don't love her anymore.
Do you love anything other than your work?
Enough! I have to get this done.
Charlotte thinks you're ignoring us.
For goodness sake.
Please, Lynn.
Another offer that will be ignored.
Do you love anything other than your work?
Do the neighbors have to make noises at all hours of the day? It's past midnight. Shit. Haven't had dinner. I can spare the time to run to the convenience store and grab something. If I'd known I was going to have guests at 3 a.m., I would have tidied up some. Right. If this meeting is going to go for long, I should grab myself a cup of coffee. So, what makes you call in the middle of the night? And I should be asking who you are. What strangers think they have a right to...
You know who we are.
I promise you I don't.
You don't need to know.
We know you.
That's all there is.
What do you want?
To talk.
About?
You.
You.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. I think we should end this call now.
You think?
This is a private channel. It's late. I shouldn't even still be on this call.
Are we
We.
on a call?
Sit down. You're not the one in charge now, Lentenoyo, but then again, have you ever been at work when you scramble to do what you're told, eager to be the best at following the orders above you?
Oh, you're even that way in bed.
And you only call your mother when you want her to solve your problems for you.
None of that is true.
It is.
Is.
We know you, Lynn. It's time you knew yourself.
It's Judgment Day.
Revisit your earliest memories. The first time you learned about religion.
I don't understand.
You don't need to understand. Just to remember.
I guess I remember being 3 or 4, sitting next to my father in church. I couldn't sit still, and the old woman behind me grabbed my shoulder. I turned to her, and she told me that God could see my disrespect. The way she said it, I thought I might get struck by lightning right there. I was scared.
So you fear God?
No, what really stuck with me isn't what that old lady said, but what my dad said afterwards, when we were on our way home. He said that God understands how we really feel inside. So even if I couldn't sit still at church, he would know I loved him. I told my dad I loved him more than I loved God, and my dad laughed. said that's the way it should be.
When was the first time you questioned your faith?
When my cat went missing and didn't come back. I was 7 and didn't understand why God didn't just bring her right back to us safe and sound. I was devastated, but Dad insisted she was gone to a better place and that it all had some purpose in God's big plan.
When did you stop believing in God?
My husband was a good man, a great husband, and an even better father.
I was only 12. What loving God would give my father cancer?
God is supposed to punish sinners.
My father did everything right. I did nothing wrong. I've still done nothing wrong.
Let's play a game then, if you're innocent.
I was a kid then.
You're not a kid anymore.
How is this?
This isn't about your father. Not anymore. This is about you, Lynn. So, play a game with me. Make a list of all the lies you've ever told.
What? That's impossible.
You admit you've told that many?
No, I can't remember them all.
We've got as long as you need.
Start with the big ones. The important ones.
The ones that hurt people. The ones that hurt yourself.
I don't.
When you were in the 6th grade, you told the entire class that Savannah Johnson thought she could talk to ghosts.
Poor girl was treated like she was crazy for years after that.
In high school, you told your mom that you didn't know what happened to her favorite picture frame.
You told her you never skipped class.
Every kid does those sort of things.
You lied on your resume to get your
You
first
chose
job.
your university not because it was the best, but because it was far away from home.
You didn't even like your first friend in university. So, tell me, are you innocent?
You've lied to your mother,
Your teachers,
Your bosses.
your friends.
The first time you told your girlfriend you loved her, it was just because you didn't want to be alone.
I love Marlo now.
Well,
That's the only thing in my life that I'm sure of.
you do a fine job of showing it.
But you're not all bad, are you?
I really don't know.
Then let's play this game my way. Make a list of everyone you've ever helped, everyone you've made smile. Make a list of all the good you've ever done.
I can't.
Let me help. When Marlo met you, you were so dedicated to your studies, you left no time for anything else. Except for her. You always made time for her.
when your mother bakes cookies at Christmas, you help her. And while they're in the oven, you stand together in the kitchen and dance.
But is it enough?
When you got your new job, before you even got your first paycheck, you took your mother out for a nice dinner. Your treat.
You send photos and songs to your friends when something makes you think of them. You make faces at babies in grocery stores. You use metal straws and shop local.
But is it really enough? Everything I've ever done, is it really enough in the end? Am I a good person, or does the harm I've done outweigh the good? All those things. I haven't done them since I started this job. I know I haven't. But this job is everything I've ever dreamed of. If I can get a promotion or two. I don't want to let down my boss. But have I been letting down my friends? Marlo? My mom? Does this job really matter when compared to that? I don't know. I have more questions and doubts than it feels like it's possible to answer. I'm not worried about judgment in a religious sense. I don't care if I make it into heaven. I don't care if heaven and hell even exist. Whether I believe in God or not, it makes no difference. Some book isn't the final word that decides what is good and what is evil. Are things ever that black and white? I don't think so. But then, what does determine if a person is good? Maybe that doesn't matter either. Whatever happens after we die, if I'm not already dead, what matters is what people feel while we're alive, right? Choosing to love and to care and to keep trying. But I really don't think smiling at babies is enough.
So what do you want?
I'm not sure what you mean.
What do you want, Tenorio? What do you want from your life? Work? The job you've always dreamed of? Do you want people to respect you?
Do you want friends? Do you want to have fun? To explore? To laugh? Can you put the effort into keeping that?
Do you want family? People who support you no matter what? Will you support them?
Do you want love? Do you want someone by your side to share your life? Someone who cares about you? Someone you care about in return?
Or do you just not want to be alone? Are you afraid? Scared like you have been since your father died?
What do you want?
I want to be happy. I want to have a good life.
Happiness will not be handed to you.
You have to make a choice.
Marlo?